heart-dropping freak out. And you know, when you put a knife like that in your pocket, any of these knives, you have to accept that you could lose it that day. What's going on today, guys? Let's get a quick little pocket check, and I will tell you the tale of two knives. This is my buddy's knife. It is the Tough Thumbs designed Civivi. I took it home to sharpen it for him, so we'll get that back in his pocket today. Right now he's got my bug out, and I think he's digging it. He was shopping for bug outs yesterday, so I don't know. I hope I didn't curse him. I do hope, and I hope that I didn't. But anyways, here's what's in my personal pocket today. This is the Jack Wolf Knives gun stock, their locking version. I love this thing. We went out to eat last night, and I just threw this in my pocket on a whim. And then this morning it was right there, threw it in my pocket again. This thing is awesome. So love this thing. And then this just came in the other day. Perfect timing too. It's right around Halloween here, right? So we got the Vampire Jack. We will have a review on this in a week or two, and then they will be up for sale. They've got a bunch of slick options again this month. Absolutely love the coffin jack shape here. It just is phenomenal in your hand. It's an awesome pattern, one of my favorites. So all right, so the other day I was poking around my Photobucket account. I don't know if you guys remember Photobucket, but I felt like I got an email that was a little scammy. It was like, you better do this and upgrade now or forever lose your Photobuckets. So I've had a Photobucket account full of all of my knife journey for, I don't know, the past 20 years. I think I was on Blade Forums about 5 years before I even started a YouTube channel. So, and I documented all that. So if you guys like these type of videos and story times about certain knives, I could show the knives that I'm talking about and give you a little background on it and a little bit about my journey. But anyways, I've got thousands of pictures in my Photobucket. Open up the web browser and it won't let you get into Photobucket. Now this might be a tip for some of you guys who are in the same spot I am. They were about the only free hosting option way back in the day. So with all those photos in there, I was like, dang, I never pulled them out. Well, maybe I'm just gonna have to pay the ransom fee of like the $8 a month and then just save them all to a hard drive just so I have all the photos. All those memory cards have been deleted and things by now. Maybe I still have them, but I used to take the photos, upload them to Photobucket, delete them off the memory card, because if you remember, memory cards used to fill up pretty fast when you had a nice digital camera. Wasn't like it is now. But anyways, those pictures would be gone if my Photobucket disappeared. So I poked through there and I got to scrolling on the app. At least for the iPhone app, you can still scroll through all your Photobuckets. You can't save them. The only way you can do it is if you screenshot it. You got to do a screenshot on your phone. You get your Photobucket. It's probably not the same quality. That's not what I'm interested in. I just wanted to see the knives just so that I can remember everything I had. But I was poking through it and I ran across two knives, and then I forgot that there was two really funny stories. We'll say they're funny. They were fine in the end. But do you guys remember when I started my YouTube channel, I had a Damascus large regular Sebenza, unique graphic, and it was a ground knife. I traded it. Stupid me. I wish I could get a few of them back, but whatever. Live and learn. So I used to carry that knife every day, and I think I was carrying it. It was about 6 months in or so of owning that knife, you know, and I was going to carry and use it. I had just started working wine sales, wanted something nice. Damascus large Sebenza, would do all the cutting I need, would look beautiful doing it, and when I beat it up too much, I could just send it back to Chris Reeve and they could get that thing back up to new again. So there was no worries in using it. If I ever broke the blade at the time, I thought they could put a new blade in it. It's not going to be cheap, but for some reason, there's no reason to not carry that unique Sebenza, right? Well, one day I was inside an account making the delivery and went to carry, and I used to carry back pocket, right back pocket carry on when I was in the sales, when I was on the job, right? Because a pocket knife clipped to your side of your trousers looks a little, not rednecky, but you know, looks not professional. The knife clipped to your back rear pocket looked a little more professional. Wine sales, going into, you know, sell wine. I didn't want to look like the guy who was, you know, building their house. I don't know. I had it clipped to my back right pocket, and it was fine. It rode there forever. 6 months, forever. And one day I was in an account, went to open up a box, went to grab my knife. You guessed it. She's not there. I'm having a mini panic attack because I know that I tap my pockets about every, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And I knew that I had put it in my pocket when I left the house, because I wouldn't leave the house without a knife or 3, right? And went to cut the box, wasn't in my pocket. I had like a panic attack. Like, oh, man, most expensive knife. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we went ahead, checked the order in. I went and put the order on the shelf as fast as possible. Ran back out, retracing my steps, looking all over. Wasn't up and down the ramp. There's a ramp to get up in the building. Asked some of the other vendors around. Asked the receiver, did you see a pocket knife? No. I'm like, oh, that thing's gone. I know I dropped it out of my pocket or something, right? Looked around, looked in the back of my box truck. It's not there, because that's happened before, where the shrink wrap on a pallet, you go to squeeze past the pallet and the pallet plastic will hook the pocket clip and pull it up and out. I'm like, wearing trousers too, right? Because you dressed up, you know, you're not wearing jeans for the job. I'm just starting to accept that it's gone, but I'm like, well, let's look at the cab. Open up the cab. I'm looking all over the mats. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh. Then I go to get in the seat, right? And it's laying in the seat, which is where I should have started looking, because when I slid out to like leave out of the vehicle, it grabbed the pocket clip and just pulled it out and left it on the seat. Stupid me. But anyways, it was about a 25-minute freak out, heart-dropping freak out. And you know, when you put a knife like that in your pocket, any of these knives, you have to accept that you could lose it that day, right? I don't lose many knives for real, but there's been a few scares, so that was one of them. And from this day forward, I have never carried a knife in my rear pocket again. Just because that, I was like, yeah, how does that not happen more often? I carried it like 6 months like that. Like, nobody gets out of the car, like, lifting their butt up, right? You kind of just scoot out on your butt, which pulled that clip right out. That was stupid. But anyways. The next one was a little bit more of a scare. I think a little bit better of a story. But I'm going to work. It's about 3:30 in the morning. It's, like, raining. It's kind of, you know, cold out. Starting to get cold. And I'm wearing this company jacket. It's like a windbreaker material, and it's got rubber pull things on the side to tighten up the coat around your waist. And I'm telling you this because you probably know where this one's going. So anyways, had that jacket on, tapped my pockets, went for my ride. I don't know how or why, maybe because it was so early in the morning, I didn't notice my knife was missing till I got to my first stop. That was about 3 hours away. It was over there in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm way up in the mountains, right? It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to pick up the load first. But when you're picking up the load at the warehouse, you leave your house at 3:30. You're at the warehouse at 4 o'clock. You literally throw those pallets in the back of your truck and you scoot on down the road, because you got 3 hours. You got 30-some stops, and you got to start at 7 o'clock in the morning. You're 3 hours away from home. Go to cut the shrink wrap on my pallet, right? And now my knife, I'm not carrying it in my back pocket anymore. I'm carrying it on my side. Go to pull it out. It's not there. I know I've only been at the warehouse, and I've only left the house. I hadn't got gas. I hadn't been out. So I'm starting to tear. I go back in the truck cab, look all around. It's not there. Look in the seat. It's not there. I'm like, oh, maybe I forgot it. So it's around 7 o'clock in the morning, call the wife. Is the knife still on my counter cabinet? Is it anywhere around where I put all my stuff? No. I'm like, oh. Calling the warehouse to see if anybody's there. Have you seen a knife? To the warehouse supervisor, who's still there. No, not around. And I trust all the guys. I mean, we used to carry thousands of dollars in cash. Who knows how many thousands of dollars. Might be 30 grand in wine on the back. Some bottles are $150, $200 bottles. They're good people, right? We've always had good people for the most part. And no knife. I knew nobody would have swiped it. If they found it, there's no way. I'm starting to accept it. Damn, this thing's gone. Same feeling with the unique Sebenza. You're just like, and they were probably only about 3 years apart, these stories. It was I'm gonna put some photos, you probably already seen them. It was a large 21 Micarta inlay, and I love that thing. That was a grail of grails too, because that was just gonna be the hard user one. And I'll give you all my whole Sebenza stories on another Storytime video if you guys want it, because I've got receipts, I've got photos of all of these knives. So anyways, it was the one. I loved it. I think I was gonna try to carry, I was making YouTube videos at the time, but anyways, I was gonna carry that thing for a year, and I think I made it about 6 months in or so, if I remember. I'd have to go back and look. And anyways, I'm just like, I lost it, right? So that might have been one of the days I stopped by somewhere and bought like a case sod buster from Lowe's Hardware or something. I don't remember, but anyways, I'm just defeated. I got home, pulled in the driveway. You know, it's late. You've been going since 3:30 in the morning. It might be 7 or 8 o'clock at night now. It's just like, bad day, lost my knife. And it's like, I can't really just afford to go buy another one. I'm going to have to sell a bunch of stuff and figure out how to get another one. But at least it wasn't a unique Sebenza that you can't get again. So I'm like bummed, but you know, you just accept it. It's going to happen. So it was about 9 o'clock at night. I just ate and showered, you know, accepted that the knife's gone. Got a little whim. I go, I wonder if I dropped it like on the way out to my car. Well, on the way out to the truck in the morning. We used to take our trucks home. A big box truck now. It was a cab over box truck, which is the smaller box trucks, but it's still a big box truck, you know. Big diesel, dual axle. Well, not dual axle, single axle, dually wheels. And I'm like, so took out my Surefire flashlight with the 123 battery. I think that's what they were. And they were like the brightest flashlight at the time for as small as they were in the pocket. I might even have some photos of that to insert. And I'm shining around the grass, because if you know, you got to find metal at night. You do it with the shiny flashlight at night. And trying to see if I can see any reflections. Looking all around from the sidewalk over to the yard. Nope. And I shine it on where the truck is parked, maybe in front of the door where you get in. See something shining, but it's like buried into the mud a little bit, right? I'm like, that can't be, because I parked on the side of the house. It's not like on the paved surface. What's that? You guessed it. Sebenza 21 Micarta. Pulled it up out of there. I had ran it over 3 or 4 times. It must have fell out of my pocket because of those drawstrings on my pocket. It was right at the pocket clip height. So it come down under the clip. It must be when I went to get up like this to go get into the truck and hop up in there. It yoinked that thing up and out of my pocket and kind of just fell down. It didn't make too much of a noise because it fell just on the grassy dirt. And then when I backed out and smushed it into a little bit of the mud. Right? So there's once, and then when I pulled back in, I guess I must only ran it over twice. And when I pulled back in, ran it over again, probably. Maybe it only got ran over once, maybe twice. And anyways, she was good to go. Kind of just had to wash it off, took it back apart, reassembled it. And I don't know if I've ever told that story, but I thought it was awesome that, like, I feel like only the Sebenza could have got ran over by a box truck and got smashed down in the dirt and was like still perfectly fine and centered. Maybe some Striders at the time, Hinders could have done it, and I had all of them, but anyways. Yeah, the tale of two knives. What's like your worst horror story? Post it in the comments below if you got this far. And yeah, so both of those knives didn't get lost, but they sure did scare me. And it really made me appreciate the Sebenza for the workhorse that it is. And like my buddy always says, they're so good and so perfect that they're almost boring. But anyways, it's a Sebenza thing, I guess. Still love it. I will do a like top 5 of my favorite knives of all time, and we'll do that video at some point too. So I just appreciate you guys hanging out. 15 minutes in, tale of 2 knife scares, a Jack Wolf kind of a day for me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic day. I've got more videos on the way. I really like doing this style video though. So let me know what you think. Sharp if you made it all the way through. Thanks guys, see ya.